YouTube. Right, I've come out here to get some spinach in the garden for my shrimp, and I thought I'd share with you the progress in the garden so far. And here, it's very warm in here. It is, I can't see at all, 28 degrees in the greenhouse. The cherry tub is coming along very nicely. We have a ton of tomatoes in here growing nicely. I'm surprised this hasn't done any better. I think it might be a little bit too hot for it because the one in the house is like 6, 7, 8 times the size of this one. We've got dill down here. If any of you eat like fish, potatoes, dill is fantastic for that. We've got a ton of zucchini here. My wife's been in here chopping up some stuff, as you can see. Sweet potato here, that is for us. But I didn't joke when I said this was, we use a lot of this for my shrimp food because I can use all these zucchini up the end here on these sides. We have cucumbers as well. Here, the red ones, the red stalks, yellow stalks, white stalks is Swiss chard, 3 different variations. Here you can see my wife has been taking away the spinach because this variety grows back, so this is her being taken away some for some things like soup and whatever, and I also will use some, but I'm going to go outside and get mines. And the joys of the garden at this time of the year, it's very warm. I've actually seen quite a few baby frogs jumping around here. It's very hard for me to try and not stand on them. Of course I can't see one when I want to see it, but in the garden is beautiful. If any of you want to go back and look at the video from the last time I showed you my garden, it was all bare. This is like, what, 2 months later? Check this out. Isn't that good growth? It's good growth everywhere. Cut down the apple trees quite a bit because they weren't doing very well. Let's take a wee tour here. Potatoes are for us. 3 rows of potatoes. And carrots, they're coming along nicely. They're still only about this size though, so they're not ready. Parsley, parsnip, Swiss chard here, and I'm going to be taking some of this. This is a giant variation of spinach. We've got beans here, which my wife uses for soup and stuff, and I could also use for my shrimp. Here is, I think at the back here, there's a couple of different kinds of squash. Zucchini, 2 different variations of zucchini, the normal green type and there's a yellow type here. But the thing that interests us today is this spinach. So I'm going to come down here, and normally I would take the smallest leaves, but these are all very big sizes, so get the size of them. That is probably, what, 40-50 centimeters tall. So I'm just going to grab a couple of leaves. 2 is all I need. There you go. And next video you should see, or the next clip I should say, you shall see is me preparing this and putting them in the tank. Okay, so welcome back. The principles of preparing spinach are almost identical to the principles I showed you before, where we use, where we prepare nettle leaves. And basically what I've done with this is I put my nettle leaves in here that you saw me do outside, and then I filled up with boiling water from the kettle. I then placed this container into the microwave and put on full power for 1 whole minute. Now that part is important because spinach is a little bit more delicate than nettles. If you do it for more than one minute, what happens is the spinach will fall apart basically. So the next step here is to stop it cooking. So I'm going to use this stainless steel mesh net here, and I'm going to go over to the sink. I won't show you that part because I'll bore you. I'll just be 1 second. Okay, so this is the spinach prepared. Alright, so this is spinach prepared. You can see what it looks like. And I'm just going to like gently tease it apart a little bit. I think I broke these 2 leaves into half, so there should be a couple of pieces here. Just like so, and you can kind of gauge the size of the pieces I'm using. You see what I mean? How when I said how delicate it is after boiling for 1 minute. Should be a second piece here. Where is it? Alright, so it's not. Okay, so another thing as well is when you put this in, this stock is usually filled with air, which means it will float. If you give it a little squeeze all the way along, it will sink. I'm going to put them in the tank. So I hope this doesn't fall in. Alright, so for me, I'm going to use the biggest piece in my tank with the most shrimp, which would be up here. And I'm just going to place this in. And it might float, so give it a little bit of a shake to get rid of some of the air bubbles. You see the bubbles coming off it? And it will sink. Slowly, slowly, slowly. My next biggest tank with the most shrimp is probably in here. I'm just going to put that there. Put it down like that. Then have the crystal red shrimp tank. I'm just checking this because I thought there was more than one piece here. No, it's not. It's one big piece. Alright, so I'm going to put this in with my, let's see, this bit in with my crystal red shrimp. Give it a little shake, get rid of the air bubbles, let it float down. See the bubbles coming off? And it's synced. Nice and easy. I'm going to put this little bit here into this tank. Like so. I'm going to split this last bit because it's a little bit too big for my other tank, so in momento, just put it between my knees, but don't drop my phone. Hope you're all having a good day, by the way, today. I know I am. Alright, so that's two bits split up. And put this bit into this tank down here. And again, this bit into this tank over here. So that is this is how I feed my shrimp spinach. I haven't put any in this tank because, as I said to you in my monthly update video, this tank is different. It has so much green algae growing on it, I almost don't have to feed them. So there you go. And this is what you're looking for. Remember I said in that set of video as well, you want the shrimp to be hungry, you want them to be jostling around with each other, running around, looking for food. Well, this is what you get. I only just put it in, you watch me do it, so within 1 minute this will be absolutely covered in shrimp. This bit I've just put in the crystal red there for some reason. I think sometimes they're a little bit sneaky and they can climb over the top here, so he will have to come out. This one as well. I have a lot of babies in here, much more babies than I thought I had, which is great for me. Yeah, so the benefits of spinach are pretty obvious. It's actually one of the foods that's classed as a superfood. It is so good for you. It has a multitude of vitamins, minerals, etc, etc. And look at that, can you see that shrimp there? It's just grabbed a piece and it's like it's running away with it. It's like, give me that food, give me that food. Yep, so this was the problem tank. And the shrimp are on it, so this is what you're looking for. If you think you have a problem tank, there's actually quite a lot of shrimp in here now. Babies, babies everywhere. Right, there you go. If someone wants to count, go ahead. take a screenshot and count them. They're all literally all over the place in here. So many. Yeah, so that's what you do. This will be my video for showing you how to feed spinach to shrimp. I'm going to try and get a nice thumbnail picture here. How about that? You think that'll do? I can take a screenshot of this when I'm in YouTube. Maybe a wee bit closer. What do you think? That'll be good enough? Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.